Hello, this is Ray Donley with WYLD Gallery in Austin, Texas. Welcome to our virtual Comanche Art Show. We had originally scheduled this show for beginning back in March, but we had to close the gallery because of the coronavirus. So we thought it would be fun and informative to have a virtual Comanche Art Show and let you guys see all the wonderful art here we have in this show. The Comanche Art Show features the art of 5 Comanche artists: Eric Tippeconnic, Nocona Burgess, NiCole Hatfield, Joyce Nevaquaya Harris, and Juanita Pahdopony. Okay, let's go look at the art. We are very excited to have 5 pieces from Eric Tippeconnic in our Comanche Art Show. While we generally look at these pieces, let me just give you a little background on Eric. Eric is an enrolled member of the Comanche Nation on his father's side, and his mother hails from Copenhagen, Denmark. Eric's interest in painting and art was heavily influenced by growing up on numerous reservations and indigenous communities, as well as traveling to Denmark to see his mother's family. Eric has a PhD in history. He's the first Comanche to receive a PhD in history. He also teaches at California State University Fullerton and California State University in San Marcos. I like to call Eric our Renaissance man artist because he does so many things. He also even played Division I football at Colorado State. So let's take a closer look at some of Eric's art here. This first piece is called In the Flow. Eric paints wonderful horses. This is just another example of his great work with horses. We get a little bit closer. You can see it was painted this year. It was painted in 2020, so it's a fairly new painting. One thing I've noticed about Eric's work is he often draws a colorful outline around the figure, and you can see the colorful yellow outline around the horse, and then the lovely blue here on the sides. This piece is acrylic on canvas. It's 24 by 36, and it's on sale here in the gallery for $3,700. Next piece is called Comanche Beauty. It's also acrylic on canvas, and it is 36 by 24. And this shows another part of Eric's style because he likes to combine modern with traditional elements. Here you see the eagle feather on the top here, combined with the more traditional business attire for the subject. This is a 2018 piece. Like I said before, I believe it's acrylic on canvas. Eric likes bright colors, so it's got a lot of the bright red here. Again, you see the outline, have the yellow outline around the figure here. So this is Comanche Beauty, acrylic on canvas, 2018, and the cost is $3,300. The next piece we're going to show you is called Odds on Favorite. Again, this is another wonderful horse painting by Eric. Eric does wonderful horses, as I've said before. As we get really close here on the horse, it strikes me and reminds me of a sort of a stained glass effect here on the horse. Really beautiful, bright yellow colors there. And again, the bright red. Eric's a fan of bright red color. And as you get even closer here, you can see the thick, bold brush strokes that we have here on this piece. This is a 2019 work. And it's really cool looking piece. We'll get a little bit closer here on the rider. Of course, as you have probably heard, Comanches are famous for their horsemanship. That was one of their calling cards. So here we have odds on favorite. It's acrylic on canvas, 36 by 36, and the price is $4,200. Next, we'll look at a different piece here, and this is called Peaceful Spirit. I'm going to close it really quick here, and you can see again Eric's bright colors here. The bright orange and yellow and red, and then contrasted with the more peaceful blue in the figure. Just get down towards the bottom of the painting. You can see it's a 2015 piece, and you can see the detail here at the bottom. Makes you feel peaceful, doesn't it? Peaceful Spirit. This was painted in 2016, and we bought this from Eric at the Red Earth Festival in Oklahoma City. It's 38 by 15, and the price is $900. So we have these 4 paintings from Eric on this wall, and we have one more to show you. It's the biggest piece that we have of Eric, and it is called His New Coat. This is one of those pieces that you could put over your fireplace. It's really big. This piece is 60 by 48. It's acrylic on canvas. It was painted in 2018. And actually this piece hung in the Comanche Motion exhibition that Eric had at the Bullock State Museum back in 2018 and 2019. So this is a piece that actually hung in a museum exhibition. We'll get a little bit closer here. We can see the figurehead here. Again, the outline. We see Eric's blue outline there and the colorful new coat that he has. And the detail in his clothing. Again, another cool horse. Eric paints great horses, as I've mentioned. Get the details on the horse. So draw back a little bit further here. So this is called His New Coat. A really great looking piece by Eric. Again, it's something you could probably hang over your fireplace and tell your friends that, hey, this piece actually hung in a museum in Austin, the Texas State Bullock Museum. Okay, those are the 5 paintings we have here in the Comanche Art Show from Eric. We're glad you could take a look at them today in our virtual exhibition. We're also very happy to have 3 wonderful pieces by Joyce Nevaquaya Harris in our Comanche Art Show, now our virtual Comanche Art Show. Here we have the 3 pieces on the wall. Joyce is a self-taught painter. She lives in Anadarko, Oklahoma. She is the daughter of famous Comanche artist Dot Tate Nevaquaya. Joyce has been painting since childhood, encouraged by her late father, as well as her brother, artist Tim Nevaquaya, who's also a very fine artist in his own right. Joyce is comfortable using both acrylic paint and oil paint, and her paintings that we have here reflect the diversity of her work. Joyce has won numerous awards for her art, including the Best of Show and first place at the 2018 Comanche Nation Art Contest. Joyce was also commissioned by the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Akira Nation of North Dakota to paint portraits for the chairman and 6 councilmen of the nation. So let's take a closer look at the work here we have by Joyce. This first piece, the largest piece, is called We Are One with Buffalo. It's textured acrylic on canvas. Joyce painted this piece in 2019. It's a big piece. It's 48 by 36, and the price is $2,500. So let's take a closer look here. We see the melding of the buffalo head and the human head, and that's, the traditional stories of how the Indians were able to use the buffalo, and how they used it quite a bit to live on. And Joyce does a great job of mixing up the colors here. We'll get a little bit closer. You can see the reds here with the small gray buffalo-like figures all the way up to the top. And then we'll close in here on the horn, which I think is really cool. The horn, and then the rest of the buffalo head and the other horn. And she's got the multiple colors in the background. Again, this is an acrylic piece. It's a large piece. It's 48 by 36. Go down to the bottom. She continues the theme of the buffalo styled figures down here, all the way at the bottom. We have her signature on the painting. So let's pull it back a little bit further so you can see the two images there of the buffalo and the woman. Close in a little bit closer and get the detail here. And the hair of the woman here. Anyway, a beautiful piece. Would look good on your wall. We Are One with Buffalo by Joyce Nevaquaya Harris. Textured acrylic on canvas. She painted this in 2019. It's 48 by 36. Okay, great. The next piece is called The Five Who Returned. And this celebrates Comanche women who fought alongside their men and returned home victoriously. It's painted in 2019. It's an oil and acrylic. She uses both on canvas. It's 22 by 28. And it's $700, a really, really good price for this. So let's focus in a little bit closer here. Here's her signature. And then we see the figures. She's got nice detail here on the vest. She does a good job of both a little detail and a little vague as we see the women coming back from fighting. So she leaves a little bit to your imagination in the painting. This sort of orangish sky, and actually the bottom here, it's kind of apocalyptic in my view. It's sort of a symbolistic kind of view. You've got this funky orb here. Could be a moon, could be a sun, could be a comet, who knows? And this orange color, to me, just adds a little bit of unreality to it all, which is really cool. We'll focus in a little bit more here on the details. The horses and the women, you can see they have weapons with them. Very, very neat piece. Again, this orange is an unusual color, and the way it transitions from orange is just sort of a pinkish color up here. It's really, really cool. So let's scoot back just a little bit more, get a little better view from the back here. It's a really, really great looking piece of art. Again, it's only $700, and it's called The Five Who Return, both oil and acrylic on canvas, 22 by 28. Okay, so we'll go these two pieces again so you can get another view of We Are One with Buffalo. I'll scoot back a little bit further. You can see them from the, get a better view from the back. All right, now we go to the last piece, which I think is a wonderful piece. It's a smaller piece, and it's called Survival of the Fittest. It celebrates the Comanche warriors. The Comanches are famous for their fierce warriors and their ability to use horses in their horsemanship. And so we have Survival of the Fittest. This is acrylic on canvas. It's a 2019 piece. It's 12 by 24. It's a little bit smaller. It's $2,000. So let's close in a little bit closer here. You can tell, obviously, you get some thick brush strokes here in the background on the black. There's her signature on the piece. And then the very vibrant colors contrasting with the black here. Very, very colorful, vibrant. This one of those paintings that kind of sticks out on the wall. It's really nice looking. We'll give it one more run through all the various figures here so you can see the detail and the color in the warriors. Okay. Again, this piece is called Survival of the Fittest. It's acrylic on canvas. Painted in 2019. It's 12 by 24, and the price is $2,000. So there we have the three really cool pieces we have by Joyce Nevaquaya Harris in the gallery here. It's part of what is now our virtual Comanche Art Show. All of these pieces are on the website. So if you have any questions, you can look on the website and get more information. And if you want to talk to me about it, you can feel free to email me, ray@wyld.gallery. Thanks. We also have some wonderful pieces by NiCole Hatfield Curtis in our virtual Comanche Art Show. We have these 5 pieces here in the show. A little personal confession. I think I own more art by NiCole than any other Native artist. All these pieces are from my personal collection. And believe me, I have a ton more at my house. She's a wonderful artist. NiCole is a self-taught contemporary painter. She started drawing at an early age, started painting at the age of 15. NiCole says that for her, painting is medicine. It's very healing to me. NiCole draws a lot of her inspiration from black and white historical photographs of tribal people. NiCole travels the United States. She's painted at a lot of different spots. If you're ever in Oklahoma City, there are some very cool murals that NiCole has done there. I've also seen a mural that she's done in Arkansas. NiCole has painted in a lot of different places all over the United States. So let's take a look at these pieces in more detail. The piece here in the middle which is one of my favorite pieces by NiCole. It's called Sacred. It's acrylic on canvas. She painted this back in 2014. I think I bought it soon after she painted it. It's acrylic on canvas. It's a big piece. It's 48 by 36. The price is $2,700. This painting honors Native American women and tells how sacred they are. It's a bit of a gloomy piece in context, because even though Native American women are sacred, there are many studies that show that Native American women are 10 times more likely to be murdered than any other demographic in our country. So, moving back a little bit further, again, we'll get the full view. Very colorful. She mixes the colors here with the dark black, and we'll close in to the word sacred here. And a little bit closer to the figure's face. NiCole does a great job of mixing colors. And even though this is a colorful piece, you can tell it's a little bit somber. A little bit somber look here. We'll close into her hair here. The blue and the red. And her signature down at the bottom. Again, a very, very powerful piece. Sacred. So let's look next over here on the left. In this piece, very bright red piece, it's called Elk Tongue. So again, this is a piece that was based on a black and white photograph. I think I mentioned earlier that NiCole does a lot of research and uses old photographs of tribal people as the inspiration for her pieces. Elk Tongue was a Kiowa chief, and NiCole, there's two paintings I'm going to show you here, which have a lot of red in them, and they also have the red on the face. And I'll show you another one here in just a second. Again, very bright colors here. Here's her signature down at the bottom. NiCole painted this in 2016. It's acrylic on canvas. The size is 40 by 30. It's $950, which is a really, really good price for this. So let's focus in a little bit closer here. The bottom, the colors, the bright colors, the kerchief bandana here will come up with the red across the face. I think this little detail here in the headdress is really cool, the X here. And then you've got the horn effect here. More colorful details here, the headdress, the red and then the blue. I don't know if these are roses, but they kind of look like roses in the background here. Again, you can interpret that as you wish. This guy doesn't look like he would have roses in the background, but you never know. Again, Elk Tongue, Kiowa chief. He looks a little bit somber here. We'll get closer to his face. Great looking piece. All right, I mentioned that there's another piece in the show that has the same sort of similar red face. Let's walk over here to this cool piece. This has an interesting title. It's called Custer Had It Coming, comma, Dear Woman. NiCole painted this in 2017. Again, as I mentioned, this is a similar red face effect that she had in Elk Tongue. This is acrylic on canvas, painted in 2017, 40 by 30, $1,300. If you're a Shakespeare fan at all, this is a little bit like Macbeth. We have Custer's head here on a pike. Again, the title of this is Custer Had It Coming, comma, Dear Woman. And Dear Woman is a deer spirit and with some tribes' customs, and one of the traditions is that she sometimes does harmful things to evil men. So I guess that's a proper view of this painting. Dear Woman, Custer Had It Coming. Very, very bright red colors here. Shows the seriousness of this. There are these eyes. I wouldn't want to mess with Dear Woman with these eyes. Check out the horns here at the top. The red part here. Custer looks like he's gone. Blood here going down the pike. Kind of a violent piece. So I guess it's appropriate. There's a lot of red in here. Get back and get the full view of it again. Custer Had It Coming, acrylic on canvas, 40 by 30. All right, let's look at the piece next to this. This is an unusual piece. Back in 2016, I asked some native artists to paint me a landscape piece. There aren't a ton of landscape pieces by native artists, and I asked NiCole to paint me one. She was, to be frank, she wasn't all that excited to do it, said she'd never done a landscape piece before, but this is what she painted, and it came out really cool. This piece is called Medicine Bluff. It's based on a sacred mountain in southwestern Oklahoma, where NiCole says the tribes often came for ceremony and to pray. And the 4 women here in the piece are the 4 directions who are praying for all the natives. This is acrylic on canvas. It's 36 by 48. It's $1,400. There's a lot in this, so let's focus in a little bit closer here. You see the colors on the bottom, the red and the yellow. There's her signature down there. And as you come up, follows into the red. These crosses in the sky. Maybe stars, maybe not, who knows? Art is all interpretation. So then you have the Medicine Bluff here in the gray, contrasting with the background. And then beautiful blue and yellow at the top. I think this is a really unique piece. I don't know how many landscapes NiCole has painted, but I bet not very many. So I believe this is a unique piece by a unique artist. Medicine Bluff, acrylic on canvas, 2016, 36 by 48. The price is $1,400. This would look very good on your wall at home. The last piece I want to show you is called Pound Maker Cree. It's this piece right here in the middle. It's also acrylic on canvas. NiCole painted this in 2014. It's 24 by 36, $975. This one is also based on a black and white photograph. There's a NiCole found in 1885 black and white photograph of Cree Chief Poundmaker, and he earned the name Poundmaker for his ability to attract buffalo into buffalo pounds or corrals, which I'm guessing was a good skill to have. So let's take a look at this a little bit closer and see Poundmaker here. So here's NiCole's signature at the bottom. Come up and I like it. This color here, he's got his hair migrates from one color to another. Some of us, like me, have some gray hair. He's got gray hair over here and a little bit different color on this side. And the colorful vest. And the background here. It's very cool. Again, Poundmaker Cree. Acrylic on canvas by NiCole Hatfield Curtis. And with Elk Tongue and Poundmaker, I have copies of the black and white photographs if you're interested in seeing what NiCole transformed into these beautiful paintings. So let's look at all these one more time. We have 5 paintings by NiCole here in the show, all of which would look good on your wall, although with Custer Had It Coming, you may need a special place for that to sit in your house or office, because that is very, very dramatic. Five pieces by NiCole Hatfield Curtis here in our virtual Comanche Art Show. We also have 2 pieces in the virtual Comanche Art Show by Juanita Pahdopony. Juanita is a renowned Comanche educator, poet, and artist. She holds bachelor's and master's degrees in art education. She is a member of the Southern Plains Indian Museum Association, the Wordcraft Circle of Native Writers and Storytellers, and the National Advisory Caucus. Her work has been featured in a number of exhibitions, including Kitch Me, I'm Indian, Straight Outta Texas, and Rewriting History from Fort Sill to the Mansasas Bay. Juanita has also made numerous professional presentations, including Comanche Women's Culture and Quanah Parker and the Comanche Landscape. The 2 pieces we have here today by Juanita are vintage cigar boxes. They both sell for $700. So let's take a look at these. First of all, we'll look at the one here on the right. This is called Under a Comanche Moon. And it's based on a photograph of Juanita Parker, who was a daughter of the famous Comanche chief Quanah Parker. So you can see the various colors and that she has and things she's added to the cigar box on the various sides. Very colorful, very cool. Again, this is a vintage cigar box. The size is 6x5 by 8x5 by 1.5 inches deep. Here's the inside of the box. Again, very unique, very different. Something that'd be cool to put on the coffee table in your house. Looks very nice. Called Under a Comanche Moon. A little bit closer on some of the details here. Some of the, painting that Juanita has done here on the piece. Very cool. Next, the next piece is called Nuesa, which means beautiful flower. And this is also a vintage cigar box. The size is 8 inches by 6.5 by 3 inches deep. We'll get a closer look at the colors that she's painted there on the box. And if you open the box, look on the inside, and here is the photograph of the young lady who's the basis for the painting on the outside. Very, very beautiful. Again, this is called Nuesa, Beautiful Feather. Another look at the front. Close up here on her robe. The colors. And then stars on the side. Nice looking wood here. Beautiful Feather by Juanita Pahdopony. Here we have both of them together. Two very neat vintage cigar boxes by Juanita Pahdopony here in the virtual Comanche Art Show. We're also very excited to have the work of Nocona Burgess in our gallery for the Comanche Art exhibit. We have 7 paintings by Nocona in our Comanche Art exhibit, and they're all here on the wall together, as you can see. Nocona is a member of the Comanche Nation of Oklahoma. He is the son of a former tribal chief and the great-grandson of one of the most revered Native American leaders, Chief Quanah Parker, who spent a considerable amount of time in Texas. Nocona grew up surrounded by art. His father went to art school to focus on drawing and painting, and his grandmothers made quilts and beadwork from their own designs. Part of Nocona's style is called painting outward, where he paints with vibrant pigments onto dark backgrounds. And it produces, as you can see, really contrasting colors in his work. Nocona's work has received awards pretty much everywhere. He exhibits in the USA, and he's also exhibited in Australia, England, South Africa, and Sweden. Nocona's works can be found in the permanent collection of the Smithsonian Institute's National Museum of the American Indian in Washington, D.C., the Bristol Museum in Bristol, England, the American Museum in Bath, England, and the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture in Santa Fe. So let's take a look at some of Nocona's paintings here. First one we're going to look at is called Arco Comanche. It's about a Comanche warrior named Arco. And as you can see, as we talked about, the contrast in the colors that Nocona uses. Got the dark green here, and the feather. One of the best things about Nocona's work are the faces. You can see this wonderful painting of this face here. Nocona, like Eric, also uses an outline. You can see the gold, or maybe it's green outline here. Kind of does a great job with details. You can see the details here, the ear ornament here, down here as well. Various colors in here as well. Again, this is called Arco Comanche. Arco was a Comanche warrior. This piece is acrylic on canvas. Nocona painted it in 2018, and the size is 48 by 36. It's a pretty big piece, as you can see. And the price is $7,200. And one of the things that Nocona does that I think is really cool is he does research on his subjects, and there is a black and white photograph that I can't show you here on the video, but there's a black and white photograph of this warrior that Nocona used as sort of a basis for this piece. Again, Arco Comanche. Really great looking art here. Okay, the next piece we have here is called Black Eagle. He was of the Nez Perce tribe. Again, this is based on a real person. I did some research. I know Nocona did too on this particular individual. He actually met William Clark of the Lewis and Clark expedition. He met them in their later years in St. Louis in 1831. And so we have this painting is also based on a black and white photograph. So again, we see what Nocona does here with the face and the contrast in the colors between the background and the face. This hair here is really, really crazy with the color. Kind of a purplish blue. Really, really neat looking. And the earring there. Get in closer again so you can see colors there. This piece has an orange outline to it. So we'll go back and you can see both of these pieces together. Arco Comanche on the right, Black Eagle, Nez Perce on the, Black Eagle on the Arco on the left, Black Eagle on the right. Black Eagle is acrylic on canvas. It was painted in 2018. It's 24 by 36, and the price is $4,600. So we have two really great looking portraits there, side by side. Next, we're going to look at a few of Nocona's paintings of animals, which are really cool as well. He does great animals as well as portraits. Let's start at the top. This piece is called Dust Storm Buffalo. It's also acrylic on canvas. It's really cool looking. You got the sort of tan brown background there, and the highlight here with the orange outline on the buffalo. Really great looking colors here. He's managed to take a brown color and a sort of a brown background and make it look really, really vivid. It really pops. Really nice looking piece there. This Dust Storm Buffalo is acrylic on canvas. Nocona painted it in 2017. It's 24 by 36, and it's $4,600. Dust Storm Buffalo. And I'll go right below there. You'll see a really, really cool looking horse here. This is called Power Horse. It's also acrylic on canvas. Nocona painted this in 2019. It's 36 by 48, and the price is $6,200. So let's get a really closer look here. You got the really neat looking red sun, red orb. If it's not a sun, it's obviously a power source here for the horse. And then get a little bit closer here. See the colors that he's got here on the flank of the horse. Really neat. And we got the contrast at the bottom. The horse and the contrasting red line. Okay, so these are two really cool paintings of animals we have by Nocona here in the show. Again, the top one is Dust Storm Buffalo. The bottom one is Power Horse. Power Horse, if I haven't already said this, is 30 by 48. It's acrylic on canvas, painted 2019, $6,200. If I've already said that, I apologize. Okay, next, back to some portraits here. And this is a piece that I actually purchased from Nocona several years ago. And I've got it in the show here. And it's called Tonarsi. Tonarsi was Juanita Parker's 7th reservation wife. And maybe that's why she looks a little bit unhappy. I don't know. I'm not sure what a 7th reservation wife would be like. I can't really even imagine that. But here it's the blue and the red, and again you can see what Nocona likes to do with the jewelry. It's very cool, the earrings here and her braids with the cool colors. And can you see this here? This is so cool. Butterfly. There's a butterfly melded in here in the image, which makes me think maybe she's fine with being reservation wife number 7. Just a really, really great piece. And as you can see, it's just a little bit off center, the way Nocona's painted that. And I've noticed that he does that in other paintings as well. If you go back to the painting we looked at earlier, the Black Eagle, Nez Perce, he's a little bit off center as well in terms of the portrait on the canvas. Again, this is really cool. Tonarsi, 7th reservation wife, with the butterfly there. This piece is acrylic on canvas. It was painted in 2016. It's 24 by 18, and the cost is $2,800. So, Tonarsi, Comanche 1902, she was Juanita Parker's reservation wife number 7. Next, the next piece is called Apache. This is also acrylic on canvas. As you can see here, it's a smaller piece. Now this piece is 14 by 11 acrylic on canvas, and it's $1,600. This piece is also based on a black and white photograph, and Nocona may correct me, but I believe it's a black and white photograph of Geronimo in his later years. So here we have, again, as you can see, it's a little bit off center, which he likes to do with some of his portraits. And then we have the wonderful, wonderful face here that Nocona paints. Face muscles here. And then the bright orange bandana kerchief here. So cool. Again, this has the name of Apache. It's acrylic on canvas. Finally, this painting is called, the last one in the series is called Cheyenne with Amulet. It's acrylic on canvas. Nocona painted this in 2016. It's a 30 by 24 piece and it's $3,700. So let's close in here. You can see the cool amulet there. Close up of that. And the feathers at the top. Again, the wonderful face that Nocona's done here with the subject. And some more detail down the bottom. The green contrasting with the orange. Really, really great looking piece. So, these are the 7 pieces we have here by Nocona in the gallery for the Comanche Art Show. If you want to get more information on these, you can certainly email me or contact me through the gallery, and I'll be happy to visit with you about it. Thanks. Well, thanks for watching our virtual Comanche Art Show. We've got some wonderful work here by some great artists, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the pieces, you can look at our website, WYLD Gallery, or you can contact me at my email, ray@wyld.gallery, or even give me a call, 512-657-6583. If I don't answer, just leave a message. And if you're in the Austin area and you want to take a look at this art in more detail, that'd be great. You can call me. We can make an appointment. We can all wear our masks and be safe and keep socially distanced and enjoy looking at the art together.